Hello and welcome back to episode 29, Club 7 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again with Bayern Munich. And of course, we're back for the Champions League semi-final double-header against Manchester City. We've only played one game in between, and we've got one game to play off camera in between today. Just before we get into that though, just want to make a little announcement here. On Monday, the 29th of March, so if you're watching this on release day, in 4 days at 5 p.m, we are launching a new series on the channel. It is going to be St. Albans FC, and it is going to be titled Take to the Skies, a reference to their sponsors, Enter Shikari first album. So that is going to be launching on Monday, and then going forward, we're going to be having that series on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and this series will be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Just because we're getting to the end of this series, so we're going to march into a new series, get that one off the ground on Monday, and it's going to be fantastic. Let's go and play Manchester City. So since you were last with us, the only game we played was against Hamburg. We won that 2-0 with goals from Ulner and Ocampo. And then, as you know, we're top of the league. We've won the league. Hertha Berlin are in a bit of a battle for second place with Dortmund. And if they're not careful, maybe Gladbach could get involved in that fight as well. Although somewhat unlikely. That's probably going to be the top four. You got a little bit of a battle with Schalke to see if Gladbach can stay in there. But more importantly, this is where we are now, and that is what we're going to go and do right now. And the lineup in the first leg, we have Kitenge in goal, the usual back four, Trent, Hoffman, Bakari and Henrique, Dude as the holding midfielder, Kolev and Grumman in front of him, Pedri as the number 10, and then Ocampo and Lambermont up front. Wonder where you've seen that lineup before? All season? Yeah. So, here we go. The first leg at the Etihad Stadium. And we start off with a long throw getting launched into the box 5 minutes into the game. It's sent in and it's gone straight through to Bonot, the goalkeeper, who gets straight up and looks for Jensen, and he's found him. And Kitenge forced into a very good save. We are going to drop that defensive line straight back after that. That is a warning sign and a half. Drop that defence back and make sure they can't just boot it over the top like that. Ødegaard with the corner, but Bakari heads away. Ødegaard, we actually were offered a chance to sign him for very little money. But he's 35, so I don't want him. Dude has come off injured with a potential groin injury. We're going to send Morin in as the holding midfielder now. Or do we go with Fran? We're going to go with Fran and play him as a halfback because I think that will help us a bit more in this scenario. And then Pedri can go... No, Grumman can become a advanced playmaker instead. Hopefully that's not too serious for Dude, but I think Fran is a player who can sit in that position, especially changing it to a halfback. He'll fit in nicely there and be able to just help out Bakari and Hoffman in what's going to be a taxing game for them at the back, although we've now got them both on yellow cards, which is a little bit concerning, if I do say so. And we're approaching the halfway mark. Oh my god, all three of them are on yellow cards. That's not good. There's a red card coming in this game, isn't there? There just is a red card coming in this game. We're struggling a little bit at the moment, so I'm going to drop it down to balanced, and we're going to try lowering the tempo a bit and trying to get some shots off a bit more. Other than that, we're not going to change it too much. I think defensively we've been quite solid. It's just attacking wise, we're not really able to create anything so far. Fran plays it to Grumman. It's back to Fran. He's got space to pick out Trent, who plays it to Kolev. He's forced back to Hoffman. And I'm worried by Jensen getting that close, but worked it well. And we found it inside to Pedri, who runs past his man. Pedri gets a shot off, and it's not held by the keeper at first, but he does manage to recover and get his hands on the ball. If Lambermont had been just a bit closer to goal, that could be an entirely different story there. We're going to make another change here. We're going to try sending Tegan on in place of Grumman because he's not having a great game so far. And I'm concerned by the 6.2 of Fran there, but nothing I can do about that if I'm being honest. Nolasco going backwards and exchanging the ball with Odegaard. And they're bringing it inside now. Back to Nolasco. Pedri just putting a bit of pressure on him. Finds Suklom. Harris and Suklom exchanging the ball. It's back to Nolasco again. And the ball through over the top to Suklom. Katenje forced into a save. And that is a massive example of where they can just very suddenly find themselves one-on-one with the keeper. Good header away from the corner, and the cross goes all the way across. PSA, we know how dangerous he is from England, but his cross is blocked by Henrique, and Tegan gets the ball after that, but then end of the highlight. I think our final change, we're going to bring Kolev off for Vrank, just to get some fresh legs in the midfield, make sure we see that part of the pitch out. I've just noticed that this is blocking part of the Germany. There we go. That's how it looked the whole video. Okay. And now we've got 7 minutes to go. A ball out is found Conchiao. Ball forward finds Suklon, but Alexander Arnold with a fantastic tackle there. And then he randomly trips over. Oh, what a ball. That was such a nice pass from Conchiao. And he scores against me after I sold him from Barcelona. That is a fantastic through ball, that is. Can't even knock it. They've got Nolasco as well, one of our other former players. Alexander Arnold with the long throw, but it's headed away. Frank collects it. Fran and Tegan exchange the ball. It's back to Tegan. He's got men around him. Finds Henrique on the left-hand side, who cuts inside, gets a cross in, and Pedri, I'm not quite sure how it's ended up with him. I think it bounced between Lambermont and Nolasco, and Pedri has put it in the back of the net. It's an away goal. It's a very important away goal. Henrique here, cut inside. Bono was very poor with just punching it into danger, and then Pedri gets us an away goal that could be massive. Ocampo picked up a tight hamstring at the end of the game there, which we're going to have to nurse him through the rest of the week. But nevertheless, a 1-1 draw in the away leg is not a bad result. We've got an away goal. We're level on the score. I think we've got a chance. It's going to be tough, but we can give it our best shot. Let's go and see how we pull off the second leg. And here we are for the second leg of the semi-finals. In between episodes, we lost 3-1 to Dortmund, but not really that bothered. We rotated pretty much our entire 11, I think, except Lambermont, who played 45 minutes. So starting today, we've got the same 11 as last week, I believe, except for Fran coming in for Dude, who is out with the injury. Other than that, everything else is the same as the last game we've had. So we're going to get off to a start here. Back in the home leg. 1-1 on aggregate, of course, with the away goal. Let's see if we can keep ourselves in the lead. It's an early throw-in for Manchester City, and Fran heads away, which now Harris picks up. He sends it out to Martinez on the right, and now back to Harris, who looks for the ball across field, but Trent intercepts it, plays it through to Pedri, who's just going to sprint straight through the middle of the entire midfield. Oh, and he strikes the post. That was a fantastic bit of play from Pedri there. And clatters the post. What a start that would have been if we could have gone 1-0 up in the home leg as well. But it wasn't to be, and we're back with a highlight for Manchester City, which is headed away. Lammermont collecting the ball very deep in our own half. Hoffman and Fran just passing the ball around a lot here. Kolev plays it to Ocampo. It's out to Trent on the right-hand side, who plays it inside to Pedri. It's back to Trent, who crosses it in. Grundman is in there and makes it 1-0 on the night. 2-1 on aggregate. A fantastic cross, and Grundman is so good at arriving late in the box, and a powerful header straight past the keeper. Just too much power in it for him to do anything about, and that is what Grundman is so good at doing. It's now a free kick for Manchester City. Martinez with a chance to send this in, and it's bouncing around in the area, and for some reason Doug Dowd has cleared it back to their defenders, and then Ocampo really messed up a chance to counter-attack there. A poor long throw from Henrique, but it's cleared to Fran. Bakari sends it back to Henrique, who's got another chance to put a cross in. Goes low, and Pedri can't quite turn it goalwards. And it's cleared upfield again. But so far, it's been a game of very few chances, and we seem to have slightly edged the chances. With the Ocampo chance, really it was going to be a chance, but he never developed it, unfortunately. We're going to tell them, we've got to keep it going in the second half. Don't get complacent. We're going to keep going direct. It's working. Ocampo with the free kick from deep. It's headed away by PSA. And Henrique is going to run onto it and go straight down the wing. And he hits it as hard as he can at the goalkeeper. It's ended up going for a corner, which sees Bakari and Hoffman coming forward. Pedri with the corner. Hoffman heads over the bar. We know how dangerous those two are at that near post. And it nearly pays off again there. What we're having the problem with so far is just our accuracy of the shots. Corner comes in. Bakari's unchallenged at that back post as he heads it away. And Harris collects it, sends it down the wing to PSA, who's just forced into the corner and can do nothing about it. We're going to bring Trent off for Ditloff just due to that yellow card. Want to make sure he doesn't miss the final if we do see this game out. We can't bring Hoffman off because we haven't really got anyone else to play centre-back bar Fran, who is having a much better game in that holding midfield slot than what he did a few days ago. A ball in behind has found Jensen. Kitenge, what a save. That is absolutely massive. And I think at this stage we're going to bring Ocampo off for Ulner, just as somebody else, a fresh man to hold the ball up. And then we'll probably look at bringing Kolev off for the last 15 minutes or so. Ditloff is going to launch a long throw into the box. No, he's not. It doesn't get anywhere near the box. And it's played forward to Conchial, who's gone past Hoffman a bit too easily. But he very oddly passes the ball off. And Fran has found Ulner at the other end of the pitch. That is 2-0 on the night. 3-1 on aggregate. And it looks like we are going to see this game out. It all came from a fantastic chance for City, and then Fran just looked for Ulner through the middle. He finishes it very nicely and makes it 2-0. And we look like now we should be in position to see this game out. We're going to make that final change with Rank coming on for Kolev. just to get those fresh legs in the midfield. And 10 minutes to go. We're on a countdown to a Champions League final. Fran has picked up a booking, but it doesn't matter. We've got a long throw from the corner. Frank plays it back to Ditloff. He plays it inside to Hoffman. Fran sends it forward. Pedri can't get his head on it. Kone has found PSA on the right hand side, but the flag's gone up. Even when it looks like Manchester City are back in the game, they have managed to be offside and not get back into it. And there it is. PSA was offside. Not quite as good a goal scorer as he is for England. Kitenje clears it upfield. Ditloff brings it down and tries to head to the corner. Brewitt, for some reason, gives us the ball back there, really. But it turns out he fouled Ditloff anyway. Pedro with the ball in from deep. Bakari's in there, and Bakari ends up heading well wide of the post, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter. We're finally getting the highlight of the PSA goal. Yeah, he's well offside. No question about it. Champions League finalists. There we go. So, we are into the final. We're into the Club World Cup. We might not be here for that. Let's go and have a quick look at the schedule and see when we're coming back. So, we're back for the German Cup final against Leipzig in about 3 weeks' time. And then following that, we will be playing Inter Milan in the Champions League final. Let's have a little look at how we both got here. So, we, of course, beat Monaco, Barcelona, Man City. Whereas Inter Milan beat Tottenham, Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain. So you'd say both of us had pretty tough runs to the final. Slightly easier games in the first knockout round before playing some titans in the rounds following that. But we've both managed to meet each other in the final. So tomorrow on the 26th, we will have the German Cup final. And on the 27th, we will have the Champions League final, which that means on the Sunday we're going to have the start of the World Cup, and then on Monday, don't forget, St Albans FC Take to the Skies begins. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below how excited you are to see the new series starting, and subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.